The Dataviewer can be found by navigating to the toolbar located on the left-hand side of your screen and selecting the graph icon. Once here, we gain access to terminals as well as their data, plus some useful tools to help us filter out results. Firstly, we must select the correct terminal. A list of all available terminals is located to the left-hand side of the Dataviewer. Here we can also see some useful information including real-time sound levels and color coding indicating the terminal's status, green indicating it's online and red indicating it's offline. Simply clicking on a terminal will select it. Once we've selected the correct terminal, we can adjust the data view. Currently there are 3 supported views and they include hour view, day view, and month view. Now we can filter the results by date and time. To select the date, we navigate to the top left-hand corner of our screen and click the calendar. Here we have a couple of tools to help us with more common range selections, and they include this week, last week, last 2 weeks, last 3 weeks, and this month. Alternatively, by clicking on the corresponding dates in the calendar, we can manually select the range. To adjust the time, simply click on the clock icon and firstly select the start time, and then determine the end time. By navigating to the top right-hand corner of our screen, we gain access to a useful toolbar. The slider activates auto-refresh data every minute, and by pressing it again we can deactivate it. The bottleneck icon gives us a pop-up that allows us to further filter results. To do so, we firstly select a parameter, choose an operator, enter a numerical value, and click Add. We can add multiple filters, and to remove a filter, simply click Remove. If we click on the arrow icon, we can download a copy of our data in Excel spreadsheet format. Clicking on the cogwheel icon opens Dataview settings. Here we can adjust the individual displayed parameters for our hour view and day view, as well as adjust our modules. We can activate or deactivate individual parameters by clicking the sliders. To navigate through the pages, we simply click the arrow, as well as choose our modules. And once we are satisfied, we click Save. The circular arrows allow us to refresh the data, and to load the latest data, we simply click the clock. The main UI displays all of the values and parameters we previously determined. Here we have access to all of the measurements, and by scrolling down and navigating through the pages, we can see all of the data that corresponds to the previously selected filters. By clicking on a certain data point, we gain access to frequency spectrum analysis of that measurement. The frequency spectrum analysis is located at the bottom right corner of the Dataview tab. Here we can see detailed information about the different values of individual octaves. Additionally, by clicking a drop-down menu, we can change the weighting of the frequency spectrum. To the left of the frequency spectrum analyzer, we have a detailed preview of various parameters displayed over time, which we can alter by clicking on the drop-down menu. By selecting on a certain measurement point, we can identify unusual peaks and quickly switch between certain measurements. We also have an option to preview the recording by clicking on the corresponding icon under the recording column. Here, we can press play to play the recording, control the volume of it, as well as download a copy. We can expand all the tabs by clicking on the corresponding arrows located in between the timetable and the frequency spectrum table. That wraps up the Dataviewer. Thank you for tuning in to another tutorial featuring the NoiseGuard sound monitoring system. We hope to see you in the next one. Bye!